Sometimes it's just I'm just recording because I want to be recording. Like I'm always recording something. Like that's why I got the extra storage on my phone because I like to record and I don't want to be restricted to, oh, you only have this amount. No, I want to keep all of these things. Like I just never know what I would use them for. So
shout out the plug for the for the extra storage.
something like that.
It's the ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition hour, baby.
Yo, and welcome to the Ambition Hour podcast. It's your girl, Claudia Renee on the airwaves, and this is episode 180.
It's
hold up, because I didn't remember until like right now.
So right now, just hit you. Bam,
That's crazy. That's insanity. Whew. Okay, my co-host is here as well.
Yep, we are here fresh off of the video release.
Yes.
Thank you everybody that we got new subscribers too, the new family members of WTW TV. And if it's red on your screen, you ain't a real one, bro. Make sure that shit is green and says subscribed.
Yes, sir. I just want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
On the release of this video. Mm-hmm. I was fortunate enough to have seen it before it dropped. So facts. I was really excited for it leading to it dropping. Shout out to Rich Visuals.
You want to hear some real rapper shit? I play it for my mom before I play it for anybody.
He sure did. He did. My mom got to see, we got to see it as a family, and that was pretty dope. So congratulations again, Hav. Listen, y'all running numbers up.
Keep on running numbers up. If you haven't seen the video, we're going to link it here, put it in the description or something, goddammit. Make sure you go like, comment
something
on this
like
shit.
That. What I was going to say is if you've never been to San Francisco and you kind of want to see what it may be like, check out Hav's video, San Francisco.
and ladies, if you want to see what San Francisco is like with me, go to...
She was just an actress, we promise.
Yeah,
she was just an actress, so don't get it twisted. Well, we are going to start the episode like how we always start it, at least that's the topics part of it. Mm-hmm. We're saying what we are grateful for. So this week, Hav, what are you grateful for? Man, I sound good? Yeah. I sound good? I want to make sure I sound good.
You sound good?
Yeah, okay. I sound better now.
I love it because sometimes it's just like I just touch something because like, yeah, that was it. That was it right there. Whatever you just did. But no, in all seriousness, though, what I'm grateful for is just, I guess, it's staying true to the grind, consistency and all that stuff. It is working and it is paying off. And I guess like I get to see the fruits of my labor, what I've did earlier this year of music creating, and then kind of
seeing the fruits of your labor.
Yeah, seeing like the plans, kind of like, or what I said I'll do, I did. I said I released this song and I said, yeah, I'm gonna shoot the video in San Francisco. Shot the video in San Francisco. So, and it's called San Francisco. So that's pretty dope. And then also with the release of the album was good too. So just staying true to grind, basically, and then just remaining on the course. And yeah, just grateful now. I guess I'm changing my mindset a little bit more too of it's when, not if. It's when we win, and when it happens, and it's going to happen. So moving more like that. So I'm grateful for that. What about you, Audi? What you grateful for this week?
This week I am grateful.
Even with the podcast, like staying true to grind with that. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I hate to be so cliche, but I am grateful for 180 episodes. That shit ain't easy.
That shit come with sacrifice. We got the crew, we got the boys out right now. It's Friday. Sometimes we shoot on Friday, sometimes we shoot on Thursday or what have you. It's a sacrifice. It's something that we always have to sacrifice our time for.
It's worth it every time, though.
And it's worth it every. Well, yeah. Don't get. Yeah.
It's funny because I'm the type to be like, I don't gotta record tonight, especially if I want to go out.
Yeah, for real. Claudia's like, I'll wake up at 6. I'll be ready by 10. And we'll have it up by 1 p.m. I'm like, yo, what the hell?
Well, yeah. Well, no, another thing. Okay. So what I've always thought is that I get ready for the podcast. Like I put makeup on, I have an outfit. Like the bottom isn't maybe the best thing. But I would definitely go out in this outfit. I would just change the shoes because I have better sneakers. So, because I'm wearing like my workout sneakers right now because I'm being comfy. I don't see that. So,
yeah. It's almost like a Zoom call. Facts. This is
yeah.
a Zoom call with
Exactly.
The bottoms don't matter too much.
Exactly. So I'm like, ready to go. Like, so we can like literally record the podcast and we could just go somewhere right after. Like, it ain't no thing, right?
It really isn't. And I wanted to say, Claudia, too, like with the show, 0 to no editing is done. Meaning, like, we don't really take shit out. Of course, there's certain things that we take out because we fucked up. But like even last week's episode, there's even little, like it's just we shoot. This is raw cut material that y'all get. Like shoot and upload. Like that's how it goes.
Yeah, the only thing that I really edit is the coloring of the podcast.
Yeah. That's what I mean by that.
Yeah, like, the coloring, and then there's some things that like I may cut, but it's never a topic or it's never like. It's usually because I like was probably too high. Like.
Hey man, what's buddy's name? He said it the best because I got high. I mean, goddamn, hey, that's some motherfucking shit. Because
I be like, what the fuck am I even talking about? So sometimes, listen, I gotta cut that shit because, like, you don't want to hear me like stuttering or repeating myself or trying to find what it is that I was saying.
What I said? Yeah. You know, and when that happens, it's very little. Like we shot 180 episodes. The times that's happened, it's probably like 5-10% of our episodes.
That's so true, huh?
There's probably way more episodes that is just like, bomb, just upload this shit. We ready.
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't even take that long. So I'm always like, because mind you guys, like I worked all day, like. I was in front of a computer. Yeah, I worked all day. I was in front of a computer all day. So when I finished the podcast, usually now what I do is I just like don't work on it. I just go to sleep, wake up in the morning. I'm already up early, so I just edit it at that time. So that's like marinade. Yeah. So and then it also just like it's just better with me. So I kind of like that. I do want to say shout out to everybody who checked out last week's episode 179. I got some really good feedback from that episode, so I'm really excited about that. I always feel like, especially people who like I know that or have known me for a long time, like I love when they like hit me up and like promote it and things like that. Because last week was one of those episodes that like I was just like super vulnerable. I was super honest about a lot of the things that were happening, and I kind of want to continue that this week because I do still have a lot that like I feel I still need to share. Guys, we are in a new month. It's October. The episode is dropping October 2nd, but we are recording officially on October 1st. And I just want to say that I started my
2 more months left in this year.
Yes. Guys, we're in the 4th quarter. It's now or never, Yeah. Like if you were going to do it in 2021, like you got to figure that out if that's going to happen. And listen, it's never too late, okay? So you can always. Or
what you doing now, you gonna see the afterwaves. Because all of the points in your life, all of your successes, all of your even like lessons or shortcomings, all of them led you to this point right now. You know what I mean? Like you didn't die. You didn't like nothing bad happened to you. Just a couple of little mishaps here and there or successes. So a lot of those things made you who you are today. So when you think about it, the person that you are today you can't compare it to who it's going to be in November, because there's going to be so many different things that happen between now until then that you just don't know where you're going to be at that time. So don't ever lose hope, because there's always one thing that's also guaranteed in this life besides death is there's time. Okay. So we're guaranteed time, but we don't get it back. So make sure that you spend it wisely. Yeah. Okay. And if you fucked up or you made a misstep, I don't want to say mistake, a misstep, there's enough time to fuck it up and get it right back, and do it. Mm-hmm. Even Claudia, was wanting to do this music shit, the podcast, this whole media marketing company. It was really more... it was just a thought. Now we doing the shit. So
yeah, we used to like always talk about doing what we're doing right now.
So
like we as kids, we would talk about it. It was like something that we both knew we were passionate about, like him, the music, the music, but the journalism part of it.
Speaking of journalism, I was watching this podcast with Drewski and Pharrell, and they were just talking about like how like what does being on mean, and it's just like even right now, like what the fuck can you tell me? I'm on right now. I got 4,000 views. You know, I got these.
I know that's right.
You know, like I got these likes, or even with the album, you know, streaming over House Extended on Spotify over 10.
Y'all, he dropped an album and a video within a week. Talk to him nicely. Listen, talk to me nicely because I'm the sister of this product.
So like, you know, like what is on? Because like what I'm doing what I said I'm doing, what I would do or what I want to do. You know, you ask me what I'm doing right now. I'm saying that I make music. I'm doing creative.
This.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, you got the what is it? The proof.
Yeah, the proof is in the the proof is right there.
Always in the pudding. And that's something that when I look back and I think about all the episodes that we have done, that's a lot of episodes, y'all. Like, it's a lot of freaking episodes that we have done. And just thinking about like how many views, like as a collective, they've all gotten. I kind of want to see that math at this point. I've never been the type to look at numbers, but I feel like now that we're like in the 180s and shit like that, you might want to start paying attention more to the number.
Right, or we just got to tell the story. It's all about that too. And if you're starting a business, it's about telling the story.
Yeah.
So we could say like, you know, 180 episodes over X amount of minutes watched, you know, like, cause you know, like sometimes you gotta show them. Sometimes you gotta, you know, like that J.Cole shit. You gotta show a motherfucker that you do it and that you're doing it.
Yes, and then man, he goes so hard on that part. Yeah. And then he be like, damn, I can never do it how he do it. And bitch, it's a difference. Yes. Speaking of Cole, guys, I went to the J.Cole concert last week.
Cole World.
Okay, so it was amazing. The entire night was perfect. I feel like from the beginning to end, the only thing that I wish would have been a little different was the time that I started the festivities. I was a little late to, you know, the plans that I originally had. I was probably like an hour late to the original plans that I had. So that was probably the only thing that I wish I would have changed, because I would have been able to maybe wild out a little bit more. Y'all know I love a little wild out. I was hanging out with CAB. He was in town also for the concert, so shout out to Carlos. I got to spend some time with him and his lady. That was so much fun. Shout out to Jasmine. It was so much fun. I went to the concert. I went to the concert with my sister. So shout out to Stephanie.
So of course.
Listen, I've had some of the best nights I've ever had in my life have either been with my brother or my sister, and it's just
or
like
your brother, or your other brother,
or even both of them. Yes, yeah. And Carlos, yeah, him too.
Carlos,
yeah, because he was a part of that night, and it was just, you know, like amazing just spending time with him. So. Got there a little late to his spot. We were supposed to pregame. We ended up taking scooters to the concert. Like, it was so much fun. I had the time of my life. I didn't even get no video, no nothing of that, because I was just like so much in the moment. Got to the concert. Of course, there's some, you know, some liquor. You know.
Tell about that girl.
The vibes, huh?
Tell about that girl. I'm gonna smoke in here.
Oh my God. Okay. So, and this is like, I don't remember when this was, but she just kept saying, she was just like, guys, is it okay if I smoke here? And everyone was just like, well, yeah, if you're gonna share, like, don't nobody care if you're gonna smoke, bitch. Like, what the fuck? Like, unless you sharing or like you gonna give us some, like, shut the fuck
got, like,
up.
Joints for everybody and passing them out.
Like don't nobody care. We ain't the police. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's one of the things I love about concerts too, is not her. What? Go.
My bad. Yo, remember when we were at the Watch the Throne concert, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I picked the most random song. Was it me or was it you? I don't know. We were like, yo, we're gonna pick this most random song.
It was that the Sun in the sky.
Yeah. It was basically them talking about their unborn kid.
Yes.
So, which is crazy because both of them are
Both
fathers
of
now.
them are fathers to boys too, and girls.
Yeah, because it was to their sons.
Yeah.
We picked the most random song to do, but then also it kind of made the most sense because it was like, imagine us trying to light, when on a new level, or Paris, like one of those songs. So whatever, we're there, we light up, and then I go, oh shit. And it's a pregnant lady who's in front of us.
Yeah, who's in front of us.
I remember they were like, y'all good. Oh, my bad. I just went back to that,
No, because
I was like,
it's a thing in concerts. Like, you kind of have to be mindful of who you are around, which I respect. But it's also, like, it's a concert. And I feel like a lot of the times it's almost expected.
Right.
I don't know. To me, every time I've gone to a concert, I've either smelled it or smoked it.
Shout out Michael Scott, too.
Oh my God. I done put all my makeup on this damn microphone.
Hey, that's why it's yours.
And so the concert was amazing. I didn't get to see 21 Savage's entire set, but his set was really cool. It's 21, it's 21. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. He was really dope. It was hype. I loved it. Juicy came out to kind of like
our new favorite comedian.
He is so fucking funny. Like,
he's super funny. Juicy's hella funny.
I love him.
Juicy and Mark Phillips, I think, are the two funniest right now.
Mark Phillips is the one who does the basketball ones.
Yeah.
Well,
at least Supreme Dream.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I like him too.
RDC,
He is freaking funny. All the videos that I've seen because of you, I've really enjoyed. And then I always, of course, catch him whenever, it pops up on the timeline or whatnot. Because it's like, once you know somebody, you're like, oh, I'm gonna watch this. Right. Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm gonna watch this. The last one I saw was kind of funny, so that's why it's consistent. See. Consistency. It's giving.
Very much consistency.
Yeah, very much consistency will do that.
Trustworthy content.
People will be like, oh no, the last couple videos I seen of theirs, like, I'm gonna watch it. And that's how I watch them. And Drewski, like, I just kept seeing him and I was just like, bro, this dude is funny as fuck. And so he was kind of like the opener for J.Cole, like the warm up, like hype, but funny. It was really like cool. I've been to a lot of concerts and I had never really seen something like that. So that was really cool that Cole did that, and that, he picked Drewski to do that, because I feel like Drewski is like a form, like what is it? Not a form, a force to be reckoned with. So yeah, so shout out to him. So he did that, and then Cole comes out, and then of course they had there was like a basketball hoop that was on fire, and the like where not the rim. Y'all see this? I'm gonna talk about this later. I'm talking about my arms if you haven't seen them. And so it was like the hoop, but it wasn't straight. It was like kind of like this. So it was like kind of closer to the ground. So that was kind of like the setup that he had. 21 had the knife, the sword. Yeah, he had the sword. And then so Cole had the basketball hoop or whatnot. So that was really cool. Y'all know I love basketball. So I was really cool about that. And then they had like the whole thing of like the stats. He brought out Boz. He brought out Murray. They perform my guys. I have to share the story of Let Go My Hand. Of course. Okay, so I was so of course I'm at the concert, and so I have my favorite song from Off Season. My favorite song from Off Season is Let Go My Hand. From the first time I heard that album, that was my favorite song. So I was just like, dog, I want him to perform that song so bad. Like, I don't care. Guys, part of the reason why I lost my voice at concert was because I kept screaming songs for him to perform as if he could hear me. I wasn't even like on the floor. Like, there was no way he could have heard me, but I was still letting him know what songs to do next. And when I said, let go my hand, and I was like, bro, I want him to do let go my hand, like right now type. Like, I was like, right now, like right now is like the perfect time to perform it. Because he was performing a lot from Off Season. So I'm like, it just makes sense, like right here. And he performed the song. He heard me.
Hey.
He didn't hear me, but listen.
That's how you tell it to your kids. Right?
That's the story I'm telling my kids. Yeah. Guys, and then he performed the song that I said. So when you go to a concert, just scream.
Just scream the song you want to hear.
Bro, listen, when you go to a concert, that's like one of the most alive feelings ever. It's like one of the most amazing. I cannot explain a concert to anybody except that it's just like you just feel so alive. Like one of my favorite things is like when they do the lights and like the flashlights. That was like cool when like, especially when cell phones, like every cell phone had a flashlight before you had to download an app if you wanted a flashlight. That shit was mad ghetto. I'm happy that whoever did that, I hope they getting paid.
Yeah, for real.
But so when they do the whole lights and then like in the whole thing and where I was sitting, like you can see it so beautifully. Like I didn't have to like turn around like in the other concerts that I've been to. So that was pretty dope. And I ended up meeting up with Jav after the fact. Me and my sister shared a scooter, by the way, because my phone died. Guys, first of all, Drake came out. Lost my shit because I have never seen Drake in concert. So I was just like, oh my God.
Right.
I was like, I gotta see Drake in concert now. So I'm hoping that he announces a COB like not next month, but like maybe the month after when I stack my bread so I can get the ticket so we can go.
Move smart.
So I'm looking forward to that. But him and 21 performed Knife Talk, which was cool as fuck because I have been singing that song the day before on the pod and thinking about it, and just like all day I was just like, dang, that would be cool even if just 21 performed it. But now I see why he didn't perform it because he's gonna do it with Drake. But I don't think it's part of his set anyway because it's not his song. And then Drake brought out Future and they performed Way Too Sexy, which was, bro, people went crazy when that came out. I did too. By that point, like, listen, if you go to a concert and there's a special guest, bro, like there's no like other thing to do but like go fucking crazy. Like, I don't care who you are. I don't care how cool you are. Like, if a special guest, especially if it's somebody like Drake or even like he brought out Future, like if you're a Cole fan, then you respect both, I feel. Especially like with 21 being there as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm also like a super big hip hop head and I love hip hop music and I love surprises at concerts. Like Kanye West surprised me at my first hip hop concert and that was like insane to me. So like I get Drake and Future in one night. Man, listen.
Sign you up.
Like, yes, exactly. And then I'm so selfish because Wale came out with a song with J.Cole and I'm like, what is that? Is that Bay?
No, that was outside.
Damn dog. I'm like, y'all see, I'm in mommy mode always. Even on the podcast.
Supersonic hearing.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not my child, but I hear a dog. And so yeah, so like it was really cool
Wale
to
and J.Cole came out with the
Wale
song.
and J.Cole. See what I mean? Wale and J.Cole came out with a song. And it's called Poke It Out. That shit goes hard. So I was just like, dang, what if he had a release last week? Then, because Wale's out here now. So I'm like, if he would have released it last week, then he would have been out here last week. And then he could have performed the concert. They could perform the song together. So I was being mad selfish. But that song with Wale and J.Cole goes hard. They sampled Q-Tip's Vibrant Thang. So I love that song so much. It reminds me of my cousin Guillermo. Shout out Guillermo.
Shout out Guillermo.
So... yeah, so that song goes hard. I love how they sounded. How says it gives him workout vibes, and it gives not like you working out, but like the song workout
by J.Cole.
Yeah, Workout by J.Cole. And then to me, it gives me Slight Work by Wale. Like, so I feel like it's a.
And I guess if those two songs had a baby, it would be that song.
It would be that song, I guess, right? With the amazing bass or whatever it is from Vibrant Thang.
Vibrant Thang.
That shit goes hard. Okay, so the Cole concert was really cool. Met up with Jav after, got to party for like 20 minutes, and then went home. But
shout out Matt.
Yeah, shout out Matt, who's been on the show before. So make sure you go check that episode out. It was with Mighty Sunshine. I don't know which episode it is.
Oh yeah, tell them about your bruises before they fuck.
Yeah, no. I am, because that's gonna be like what I talk about vulnerably this week.
Okay.
I don't mean to laugh, but sometimes you gotta laugh. And then this ain't just grape juice. There's a little something in here.
It's a spike juice for the kids.
So this week was a little crazy for me, because Bae is at the age where she is an adolescent.
She's basically a rebel without a cause.
Yeah, she's exactly. So she knows better, but sometimes she doesn't always do better. And she's also like, she wants to be in charge. She wants to be the one who is the boss and things like that. So me, I try to be calm. Like, I try to be as calm as possible, try to be as patient as possible. But your girl, listen, this girl, this is from her. So, like, I am not in an abusive relationship. These are bruises. I'm not in an abusive relationship. I am kind of in an abusive relationship with my dog. She just bites me. She gets aggressive. So if anybody has any tips when it comes to that, please, like, I am begging of you, because I've searched everything. I've tried everything, and I just don't know what else to do. And I just keep ending up like I feel like I never recover from my bruises.
And trust me, this dog gets attention.
And she gets attention. She gets walked. She gets played. She gets played with. Sometimes I feel like she just may be too spoiled. And that's something that, like, right now, oh my God. Okay, so moment of truth, right? I don't cry for many things, but I almost lost it earlier, like busting out in tears, like literally right before we shot this podcast, because I was trying so hard to be patient with her, to put her into her cage, right? So her cage is where she sleeps. We have her crate trained. Since she came home, she's slept in the crate. The only time that she hasn't is when we stayed in a hotel, and that was one time out of the what is it, 8 months that we've had her.
Yeah, we were feeling a little risky.
Yeah, we were just like, okay, you know, and it wasn't even that. She just knew that we were both in the room, so she just wasn't sleeping. She's just like, no, both of you guys are in this room. Like, why am I in here? So we, of course, like, you know, when you're on vacation, you're just like, all right, yeah, cool. So sleep with us, right? And so I'm trying to put her in her crate, and I'm like being the sweetest thing ever. I have a treat for her ready. I'm telling her to give me paw. She gives me paw. I tell her to give me a high five. I tell her to sit. She lays, because she knows that I'm trying to put her in her crate. She knows that it's that time too, because I'm telling her, hey, it's time to go to bed. It's time to go night night, you know, because it's 9 o'clock already. I already got to shoot the podcast. The last thing that I want is to be shooting the podcast and be worrying that she's doing something, you know, getting in trouble. I don't know. She's still a puppy. She's in that stage where it's just like, you know, that she behaves good, but at the same time, she's just like, she'll cause havoc if you let her. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm even ask Javier, like, we'll be in the backyard, and then there'll be somebody in the house, and I'm still checking to see what she's doing, how she's behaving, because I feel responsible, because she's my dog. That's my child, you know? So I broke down. I broke down because I was just like, bro, I'm being so patient with you. I'm being like, I'm repeating myself. And I felt like I had repeated myself so much to the point where it was just like, bro, you sound like an idiot almost. And it's just like, why are you doing this to me? You know what I mean? Like, I love you so much, and I appreciate you so much, and I try to be the nicest to you. And, you know, like, I try so hard, and then you're still like an asshole to me. You know what I mean? And I ended up having to, like, not roughly, but like I had to pick her up, which I didn't want to do, to put her in her crate. And it's just like, why are you acting like this when you know what time it is? You know what I mean? Like, why are you being like this? So of course I put her in her crate. I finally put her in her crate after I don't know how long trying to convince her to go in. Had treats. I tried everything. She was just laying down, like she was just like I'm just gonna go to sleep right now, type of thing.
You know, I'll just sleep right here.
Yeah, like no, I'll just sleep right here. Like, don't worry about me. Like, no, like, no, because I know the moment that I walk away from you, you're gonna turn up. You know, so that was just like my whole thing. And then so what made me break down was I spoke to her after the fact, and I said, you have me out here sounding like an idiot. Like, and I'm so nice to you. I'm trying to be patient with you, and I'm trying to this. And I'm like, and you're being an asshole. And so it got me thinking, and I'm like, you wouldn't talk to that to your brother. You wouldn't talk like that to your parent. You wouldn't talk like that to your partner. You wouldn't talk like that to your child. Like, why do you talk to her like that? You know, like, even if it is like you're not talking to her, like I was talking directly to her, because I'm putting her in her crate, and it's just like, bro, you're being an asshole, you know, type of thing. And it's like, I wouldn't communicate myself like that with somebody else. So why do I do that with her? And then it made me feel like,
well, if someone's being an asshole with you, you'll let them know, though.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that. Or I mean, you would know better, because what do I say to you? Do I tell you that you're being an asshole?
Or or kind of like, or what are you, an asshole? Like, or just like, kind of like, wait, what? Like, you kind of would you kind of would check someone's behavior if they are, like, wait, hold on. But yeah, I feel you wouldn't speak to, well, you if you want to put it to the kid or like a baby, baby and a baby
being young,
being the baby, you wouldn't talk to even a 9-year-old like that.
Exactly.
Well,
I guess
maybe you would,
or maybe I would, because I was thinking about it, because like 4-year-olds are assholes,
right? Yeah,
I say that all the time.
And then because you are you are still communicating. It is a little aggressive though. I feel you, but
so what upset me at that moment was realizing, damn, look at how you're talking to her.
What's that purple drink though?
No, I didn't start drinking that until like when I walked into the room. I had already had some tears and had to pat myself down.
some thug tears.
Yeah, I had to like pat my makeup down and my eyes down so I didn't look crazy on here.
Great.
But I had to share that because it was literally something that happened right before coming and recording this podcast. And it's just like, I told y'all last week, like, I'm a real person. Like, there's shit that happens in my life that it's like, it's just not that it's too much, but it's just like, yo, shit happens, bruh. Like, shit goes down, not just in the DMs.
Just like in everyone's life,
Yeah, just like in everyone's
and
life.
Like your life too.
In my life.
Well, you, the listener. My life.
Here I am
singing
do you want
to talk about the Super Bowl?
Oh, wait. Let me finish this real quick. So pretty much the reason why I know why the emotion came out was because I had been feeling, since I had the bruises, my mom is in town. So my mom is like, you can't walk her alone. You got to walk with her with somebody, and you can't this and that. And then like, so everybody's like trying to do everything to protect me because they see my bruises. And it's just like, I appreciate that because of course, like I know that they are just protecting me, but that it makes me feel like I'm worthless. So it's like,
that's why people don't be wanting help.
That's why I don't want. Yeah. And that's something that made me realize too, like, I don't want help. Like, it's just like, I don't want help, but I need it. And I don't want help because I want to be independent. I want to be able to do it instead of embracing the fact that I have people around me that are willing to help. You know what I mean? And then me even just like taking the time to be like, and then the thing is that they'll walk her, but I'll go with them because I'm used to the walk.
The walk is great.
The walk, listen,
great for you.
The walk, I do it twice a day, every day.
Like, it's at least a mile walk, so you're walking like 2 miles.
It's well, to me, I don't know how. Yeah, like I don't know how. I just know the time. Like I know that if I want to walk 30 minutes, this is how far this is the route I gotta take. If I want to walk 20, this is the route I gotta take. And if I want to go fast, this is the route. You know what I mean? Like I just have it like down to a T because I enjoy it. But then, she's getting older, so there's things that, she is going to react to very differently. There was something that she doesn't do is bark at dogs, but she'll get excited, way too excited, and then wants to play with them. But if you don't let her play with them, it's like, I'm going to attack you. Yeah. She's just like, I'm mad at you now.
Or like, okay, then we'll play.
Yeah, exactly. So
like,
if I can't play with the dog, I'm in play mode because I saw the dog.
So like, oh, so wait, you want to play now?
Yeah. So yeah, exactly,
kind of thing, like,
exactly. So that's like the mind frame. So for me, like I hate asking for the help, but I definitely need it because like this, I can't live like this anymore. Like
it's because this dog is also like now when she stands, that's the thing. She gets on her 2 feet. She like standing.
She's right here to me.
She's like, she's basically at eye level with Claudia.
Like she can get on her 2 feet on the counter that we have, and I can just look at her like this.
Straight up, yeah.
She's the big mama.
She's gonna be a walking dog soon.
And she is not even done growing.
Hell no.
That's like the craziest part to me. But moving along. So
so dog trick tips.
Yes,
please. Let us know, especially for big dogs, because that's also the thing too. We're new to the big dog
I've never had a big dog in my entire life.
Never had a big dog. Yeah, like I was thinking about that too. Like I never had a big dog, and like those smaller dogs, yeah, they're so easy a little bit.
They're so easy. Their teeth are smaller.
You know,
They're a little bit more cuddlier.
or they're a little bit more yeah, they're kind of just easy.
They're
to
also
place.
very fragile.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that when I see like I saw my sister's dog. My sister's dog is little. Like this bitch is like this little. I don't mean to call her a bitch.
But
I'm sorry, but she's like this little, like my hand little.
If she is what she is.
She's not my hand little, but she's like,
She's like a little, what do they call it? Petite? No.
she's like one of those that can be right here chilling.
A
I love you,
a
Mia.
teacup.
That's my niece right there. That's my niece. But like she's so little, and I'm like, oh my god, like I feel like I'm gonna break you because I'm so used to like being strong. Like it's a human, like that's another person that's in this house. Like, especially we just talked about the height and all that shit. So we are very new to the big dog game. And then that's why it made so much sense that other dog, the Rottweiler that we seen, was so calm because that was his third one.
Yeah.
When he was like, oh, this is my third one, I was just like,
He was
no
very late to the
wonder.
game.
Yeah, I was like, no wonder. Like, no wonder he just seems like a really calm dog. 'Cause like you just learn a lot more that you didn't catch the first time. Kind of like when you have kids.
Yeah. Well, of course.
I always
That
think
and
you
then
were
when-
raised better, Hav.
Oh, well, that's just because I'm.
Because you were
Better.
second.
No, yeah, well, probably. I don't know. Because I feel like you three have it like those 3 years without me, so you guys are like more loyal to each other, to those, like almost being the younger sibling. Me and Erica shared that one time, like being the youngest sibling. Erica, well, sorry, damn,
Our cousin, yeah.
I'm over here putting a whole government name out here. My bad, cuzzo. But no, we just had that conversation. I was just thinking about that, like kind of like how like that older sibling, you almost feel like you almost understand them a little bit more. Or I don't know, because I guess you're old too, right? You're like the older sibling's older than us, so we kind of like, since we look up to them, we look up to you, and in the same sense a little bit. So maybe that's a little bit there. I don't know. Shout out to my youngest, the people that are the youngest in their family. Let us know on how you feel, if you ever felt that, or kind of like, yeah, like since they had those years without me, type of thing. Like there's a little bit more loyalty there, or like, but everyone knows that the youngest child gets the most love.
Listen, I wouldn't be the person that I am today if I didn't have a younger brother.
That's the same way here. If I didn't have a sister.
Like, I don't know how the fuck this life would. It would have been mad ghetto. It was already ghetto. But imagine without my brother, that would have been even more ghetto. So, okay. So, some exciting sports news that I did want to cover. The NBA is coming.
NBA, baby.
It is coming. And something that I wanted to point out was that everybody's doing like their media days, and I love the media days because something that I love that the Warriors did was that they did like the first day of school board that they be doing for kids, and then they put like the number of seasons, their names, or like little fun facts about them, and then their signature. I thought that was cool. I love when teams social media account. It's crazy because growing up, like. I can't go back and look at like a social media of the 76ers in, the years that Allen Iverson was playing, or like all of that behind the scene footage that you get now, like with every team has a social, like this is somebody's job. Like I've seen the people's job on TikTok of getting the content and getting on the flights, getting the content, like all of that and posting it, and just like that's a job nowadays. That's so dope. And so it's cool to like see all of that because you can go and you can experience like the whole media day with the video and things like that. I was watching the Spanish
billboards.
No, I was watching the Spanish channel with my dad had it on, and so he was watching something, and then the sports part came on. Oladipo was singing.
Yeah. You got a good voice.
I was like, all right. I was like,
Victor
this
Oladipo.
was so random. Because I didn't know. I wasn't hip. I did not know that he sang or anything. Yeah. So then like when he comes out in the interview, I'm like, oh, he about to spit some shit. And then it's not like because they told him to spit any, like he was just like talking, and I was just like, all right, cool. I'm happy that I got to catch the sports part of the news. And no, he was singing, so that was really dope. And so we have like a pretty good team this year. I'm talking about the Heat, Warriors. I'm both. I don't know what to tell you. I'm also going for the Nets because of my man Kevin Durant. We also have a powerhouse in the Lakers.
360.
A team full of Hall of Famers.
Team full of Hall of Famers.
Listen, you had a take that I feel is important to share. So can you please share with us your take on the Hall of Fame team that we are seeing right now, witnessing?
So a lot of people was ready, especially, man, I forgot what year this was. It was the years that the Detroit Pistons basically won the championship.
Against the Lakers.
But we're winding the clock a little bit more. Preseason, exactly where we're at now, media day, there's a picture that gets taken, and it's Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Kobe, and Shaq. And they were saying, hey, these are future 4 Hall of Famers in the starting lineup. You know, basically give the Lakers a championship now in September. Or I think back then that would really happen.
And you had Phil Jackson as the coach.
And you had Phil Jackson as the coach. I think it was back in August. So everyone was ready to give the chip to the Lakers. Shit, we was ready to too. We changed our wallpaper from the computer the family computer that everyone would use to that picture, and them boys lost.
Them boys did lose.
So I just said
that was a good series though, because that made me fall in love with everybody in the Pistons, which is not good because I was raised a Laker fan.
But they were just almost undeniably good.
Yeah, they were just so good. And I'm also not the type, not that I'll jump shit, but I'm also not the type that
to hate.
To hate, exactly.
To be like, oh man, fuck that. How can you do that to my team?
Never that serious.
You know, it's
shout out to my best friend G. He always tries to rile me up during the playoffs and finals to try to get me talk smack. And I never give in. I never get in because I don't give a fuck. Y'all gonna win, y'all can win. Listen, y'all ain't paying none of my bills. Y'all winning,
or y'all could lose.
Yeah, y'all can win, y'all can lose. It don't mean nothing to me, but that I might go to a parade. It don't mean shit to me. I don't care. But I do love the game. That's probably why I don't.
But I love the hustle.
Yeah, but that's probably why I don't care, because to me it's just I just want to see good basketball. I don't care, who wins, really. I have my teams because, of course, you got to have teams.
Right, yeah. You got to have teams. That's how I feel. But also, I just feel why can't I just be a fan of the sport, though, too? Kind of like what you're saying. I could go to...
EA, it's in the game.
It's in the game. Yeah. I love the game, baby. You know what I mean? Damn, I like it like that, you know? So, you know, because sometimes, also there's, players that I'll just start rooting for. What do you do? You over here dirty one?
No, I was. Ooh, I like that. She lurking that back.
That's the song I should have played. I had a little 2000 playlist going on before. I love that slow motion. That was one morning she played that whole 7 times back there. I thought that shit was a new release. I thought they remixed the joint. I was like, oh shit.
Who Division came out with a song with Ty Dolla $ign that sampled that song too. So that was really cool because I have been playing that song for a minute, and then that came out in the album. I was like, oh shit.
Can we just have 5 seconds of a round of applause to give Ty Dolla $ign his flowers, because he is just.
I'm a clap. Listen, we was playing back that featuring Ty Dolla $ign album. We were talking about, what song was it?
Don't Talk to Me, track 6?
Yeah, track 6. We were saying they went freaking crazy on that song.
They went too crazy.
They went too crazy.
A little too crazy. Hey, slow down there, buddy.
Too crazy on that song.
Yeah, they was too
if
perfect on that song.
If you ain't ever heard that song, check out featuring Ty Dolla $ign by Ty Dolla $ign. It's track 6. It's literally the name of the song and the number of that it's on the album. Or is it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
No, it was one of those times. It was one of those is she acting?
But it's giving me Oscar nominations. But no, that Ty Dolla $ign album is just awesome.
It's so good. And the other song that I like is the the one that's the last one.
Oh,
the
man.
one that
but it ain't your turn.
What is it? Oh, that's my shit. Ain't your turn.
No,
but the other one is
the Nicki one, the Quavo one, the Post
I like the
one
with Janae.
That one's okay. That's always automatic. I know how we talk about this album.
Kehlani is good too.
When it came out, when this album came out, it was this year or was it last year, Claudia? This album came out. It was last year. With that Cudi, of course. Claudia loved that Serpent with Feet, which I like that song too. Track 6.
I like the one. I like the one. With
that That Kehlani one is good.
With Burna Boy.
Ego Death is good too. I like that. That's a good song.
Janae Aiko, the By Yourself. I like Slow It Down. What? Hold up.
Shut it down. When you're taking it off, slow it down. Girl, we got all night long. Shit.
That shit goes crazy.
Thank you for blessing us, and then also with this division.
No, with Division.
The Division shit. I still need to check that out. Other albums I need to check out. I checked out a little bit of it. That Meek Mill is giving me a lot of Dream Chasers 2 vibes.
Dang, I didn't listen to it, and I kept saying I should listen to it because I should talk about it on the podcast. But I didn't. I'm sorry.
Well, we'll get him next week with this one. You know, we wanted to talk more about other shit too. Sharing locations, that one was crazy. It's just been giving me that vibe since I'm almost as jumping. Then I listened to like the first 3 songs, and I was like, yeah, this is giving me like the Meek. I guess I want to hear, you know.
Yeah.
Or that I prefer. Anyone else? Well, that House 600 is out now on all streaming platforms. Make sure you go check that out.
Has anything else dropped besides the Wale? I mean, I know other music has dropped, but
this is one I wanted to check out too. It's Wayne and Rich the Kid. Rich the Kid, they dropped a project called Trust Fund Babies, which is amazing. And I heard that song Feeling Like Tunchi is really good. So I do want to check. That came out. So I definitely want to check that out.
SZA and Kali Uchis dropped a song. Kali Uchis, sorry.
Oh yeah,
I haven't heard it, but I know. Yeah, but I know.
I did see the video though.
You didn't hear the song?
I saw the clips on YouTube, on Instagram. Oh damn, Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga have an album. I thought that they had an album put out together. Not really sure about this. Shout out all my Tony Bennett fan listeners that also listen to the podcast. Y'all have a special place in my heart. But yeah, I think that was it for releases. I would be the one to point out a Tony Bennett release, but that guy's a fucking legend.
Hey, so has it ever happened to you that you have to be somewhere and then you're like, no, I'm not going?
Happens to me every single time. It almost happened to me today on this podcast. No, I'm fucking around, but yeah.
That happened to me this week. You know that it happened to me this week. And I just wanted to talk about it because I saw the person where I was supposed to go. I saw their Instagram, the person who basically like did the event or whatever. And there's times where like, bro, I remember when I was doing Herbalife, there will be events and there will be times where like, I did not want to go and I will go to them anyway. And I remember just being so upset that I would go to them. I'm like, why the fuck did I come here? Like, why the fuck did I come here? Because now I have to be Claudia. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have to be on. I have to be with energy, smiling, happy, like, be who they expected me to be. And there will be times where, like, I didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel confident. I didn't feel enough. I didn't feel it. And I would still go. So, and then I remember towards the end of the time that I was doing Herbalife, I remember I missed, like, one of the biggest events. And I remember being at a baseball game, my first Marlins game against the Dodgers, and being so like feeling bad for myself because I had missed that event. Mind you, I was with my aunt, like my uncle, her husband, my family, like all of us were at the game, and I was being so down about it. Like I was being so like hurt about not having gone to this event. And at the end, it didn't even matter that I didn't go to the event. But I just spent so much energy like beating myself up about it. And it just was so unhealthy now that I look back at it. And I remember doing the same thing with this event. Actually, like once I decided that I wasn't going, I was kind of like over it. But it was kind of like, dang, you should have gone because you don't know who you could have met. But when you know that you're not going to show up your best self, I think it's always best to just not go.
Yeah.
I feel like we have to stop making it like a thing that like, no, we gotta fake it. Like, no, bitch. Like, I don't want to fucking fake it.
Or push through.
Like, push through. Like, I already pushed through the majority of the day at work. And then now you want me to push through like at an event that may or may not change my life. Like, you know what's going to change my life? A little bit of rest.
Talk about instant gratification.
Yeah, like a little bit of like, a little bit of
shut-eye.
A little bit of maybe no, like sometimes, yes, that's what happens. And I probably did what I said. You probably didn't even understand, but I did. No, y'all got it. Y'all been listening for 180 episodes. So, so, so I remember, but I was telling Javier, I'm like, if I can't find an outfit, I'm not going. But I already knew before then that I didn't want to go. But I was just finding like another, like, you know what I mean? Like, you just be doing too much. And it's just like, bitch, just stay your ass home. Like, you know, that's what you want to do. Like, you over here trying to seek validation and shit. You know, that happened to me one time, Hav, with it. And it is, this is what I had to like teach myself is I found out, first of all, I had bought in my Jordans, the Jordans that I wanted, my shimmers, the 4s. And I ended up finding out that the pair that I got had a little scuff on them.
Well,
now,
we don't even know because they didn't fucking let us see the
they
stuff.
didn't let me see the scuff. They just said that it had a scuff when they got to the warehouse, like the inspection warehouse.
So he was like, nah.
So I was going to ask Javier. I was going to be like, hey, so they're telling me this. Like, what should I do? But then I was just like, what the fuck am I going to ask him for? Not like that, Hav. Yeah, no, not like that. But like, sometimes why the fuck? Like, why the fuck am I gonna ask him for if I know that I don't want a fucking shoe with a scuff on it? Like, I don't want to get a fucking shoe, a new shoe that I'm paying $260 for, with a fucking scuff. I want that bitch. I want to be able to lick that bitch at least. Like, that's how, like, you know. And maybe you don't always get it like that anyway. Like, but I'm just saying, like, I don't want to scuff on that bitch. Like, I'm sorry. So
Scuff on my shit.
Especially because it was a pair of shoes I wanted. And sometimes you just don't know what these things, like, you don't know what the scuff is. I was going to get a discount. Now looking back at it, I might have should have gotten them because now I don't have them and they went up $30.
You should still cop them before they go crazy. I feel like almost, man, I want to get in the sneaker game like that. I want to just buy shoes and just flip them.
But I was looking at my Dunks and I saw the sticker value. And then I remembered how much I paid.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
And that shit just hurt me. I was just like, dang, like, what do I got to do to get it at that price?
I may have something for you.
Which is?
You
don't want to share on the podcast.
Well, it's something that's
information.
something that the community knows a little bit about. It's like bots, but it's not. It's too expensive to buy a bot, but you could rent out a bot, or like kind of like have an agreement with someone who owns one, and then you kind of could like shoot them the bread. They get you the fucking shoe, and then you get the shoe on release day.
But like, why can does like Footlocker and these spots not sell them?
It's. Well, they do the raffle thing. Oh, the sneakers app or the Adidas one too. Like they do the like, oh yeah, you know, like just like how you would like.
I'm new to the sneaker.
They took the lineup.
At least buying.
They took the lineup and made it I think almost dramatized it, but because it's like now it's like everyone gets a ticket for all the pairs. You know, and if there's none left, then there's none left. But then it goes back to why doesn't Nike?
Is that why people do the got 'em?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Because they got selected in the raffle. Basically, they have a full size run, or they do a full size run of sneakers, and that's from size 7 to 12, 7.5 to 12, and then basically like they do that. But then what the whole argument is? Well, there's an argument of like, why doesn't Nike they have the foundation, they have the manufacturing, why don't they just basically, if you order one, then they make one. Kind of thing.
I don't know, man.
Rather than like mass producing all these other shoes that people don't really want, but we really want this other shoe. But since hype and price has got it so high, it's like, no, I don't want to spend $1,200 on that shoe.
Dog.
But if Nike just made one and made it from retail, I'll have it for $120.
Yeah, because the Travis Scott shoes, the black and blue ones, I fuck with those. I would get those. But they're like $1,000.
Those are hard. I'm a little iffy on the Travis Scott's. Like, there's some I like, there's some I don't.
I like those.
But I do like.
And then I also saw Angie Martinez, like she paired it with like a black, a leather type of like two piece kind of thing, like a shirt with shorts, and I really fucked with that because I love an all black with like a dope sneaker. It's always cool to me.
The sneaker shine, almost kind of like. I'm not doing too much, but I'm doing enough.
No, she did everything. She did everything she needed to do. I feel like there's something.
No, I'm just saying the black
Yeah.
setup with the standout shoe pair kind of
You
thing. It's
right.
like, ooh.
I'm trying to remember what was something else that I wanted to speak about. I lost my voice at the Cole concert. If you didn't already know.
J.cole didn't have to remember his lines. Claudia was reminding him from the 300 section.
That shit was fun. The only concerts I've been to that I've been in that section was an Usher concert and this concert. And both times were fun. Had the time of my life. Next week, guys, we will be in LA.
LA vibes.
Palm Springs, Cathedral City, San Diego.
Joshua Tree, San Diego. We're going to be all up.
I am so
SoCal.
excited. Before we wrap up, I want to talk about vacation trauma. Now, if you worked at a very, very toxic place, when you go on vacation, you come back, and there's always some bullshit when you come back.
Oh, don't get me started.
There's always some motherfucking bullshit when you come back. And so this is the first vacation that I am taking since I've been at my place of employment. And so I am traumatized from my previous job and just like how they would treat me or like whatever would happen. Like I remember getting sent to an office like the day I came back from vacation. It's just like, damn, bitch, the fucking smell of my vacation hasn't even worn off, and you're here you come. Here you come with this bullshit. So I just want to be more mindful of that and know that everything is going to be okay, and that I have set everything up like at my job now to where I shouldn't have to worry about that. And I just want like all of you guys to know that it is okay to take the time off, guys. Like, don't be so hard on yourselves. Like, it is okay to take the time off. It is okay to go on vacation and spend time with the ones you love and get those experiences, because guess what? Like, yeah, your job is the one paying for it, and that's how you're able to even attend or go to these trips. But at the same time, like, you have to prioritize yourself and your well-being. So making sure that you take these vacations, whether they're paid or not, sometimes you just have to do it for your own mental health. And I want you guys to all remember that always and forever. Guys, it is Hispanic Latinx Heritage Month, and I haven't celebrated it, but I just want to say that I'm very proud to be Latino.
What you mean? We were celebrating that shit the whole time. You know, this guy, gallo pinto.
Listen, I've been eating gallo pinto until my fucking, like, my mind is full of beans right now because I've just been like indulging in that food. But I do want to say that I'm very proud of being Latina. This time around, I didn't do anything special on the podcast Instagram page when it comes to Latinx month, because sometimes like celebrating these months is just like,
it's a little much.
Yeah. And also at the same time, like, I feel like, I don't know, man. There's times where, like, listen, I'm a Latina at the end of the day. I'm representing every single day, not just in Latinx Heritage Month. And I understand the whole thing about, like, you know, spreading the history and, like, you know, telling people, like, what's going on. But what the fuck? Just like Black History Month. Like, February is too short. And so is this month that they gave us. They didn't even give us a full month. They gave us half of one and half of the other. But happy Latinx month.
Hey, before we wrap up too, October looking like an exciting music month. We have Don Toliver dropping.
Wale's dropping for
Wale
Lauren too.
Dropping. James Blake is dropping. Mac Miller, one of his favorite projects of mine, Faces, is going to be on streaming platforms, but that's a release that's already been out. But I don't know. Those 4 songs, and then there's that girl, Pink Pantheress, who did that, you know, like, do you write poems just for me?
Don't know that song, but I don't know that song, but it's made me think of something. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of new music coming out. I think
she's the one, like, it's like a lot of TikTok songs, like. Have you heard the song on TikTok?
Guys,
all baddies have made a TikTok to that song, so gotta get on it.
You're right. I'm a baddie. I've been listening to the Doja Cat album, Planet Her. Listen, no skips. No fucking skips on that. Battery is out. So that means that we'll be wrapping up the episode today. I just wanted to say thank you to my co-host for joining me today and every single episode. It's been 180, and I am extremely blessed to have made it this far. And we are still in a pandemic. We're still in that motherfucker. And we gonna ride this thing out. So my favorite song from the Doja Cat project, because my dog's about to bring the camera back. Oh, listen, if you're listening to us, I am so sorry when I was showing my arm because you guys could not see that. What I was talking about when it came to like look at my arm type of thing, like I have bruises on my arm. So if you're listening, you can't see this, but if you're on YouTube, then you saw what I was talking about. But so what I have is bruises from bites that Bae has done on me, like just kind of like jumping on me type thing. So like I said, if you guys have any tips, please let a girl know. We are still in a pandemic, so make sure you wash your hands or wash your ass, drink your water, mind your business. And for the 180th time in a row, it's your girl, Claudia Renee, on your airwaves with my co-host, Top 600 in the building, and we are out of here. We might be outside too, so catch us, bitch!
It's the ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition hour, baby. It's the ambition hour, baby.